the worst mistakes you can make when you're trying to pass somebody's guard is to approach them and allow them to connect to you the way that they want to, okay? The second mistake you can make is once they've done that, to just try to force your way through the guard that they've composed on you, right? What we want to be doing instead first is rejecting their attempts and connecting the way we want, and then looking to progress that to a pass. And when we do connect the way we want and they manage to win a bit and start to connect the way they want, we need to reject and shut that down and then attempt the pass, okay? So how do we connect the way that we want to? We're going to be using one of two basic skills. I'm either going to use mobility and flanking, right? Or I'm going to use my hands and my strength to physically move them in and out of position, right? So first, with mobility, when somebody's straight to you, if you can create a flank, just even a shuffle step, they're often going to open their leg, and that will give you an opportunity, let's say, to step in, okay? Another example, I could move one way, and as my partner starts to move that way, I could create a fixed point on them, and I can start to try to go the other way, okay? So movement, I move to a place, it kind of gives me an idea of where they're going to move, and that allows me to know where I can step, where I can place my hands. So always moving a little bit to set things up. This is always a good idea, okay? But that's not everyone's game, and to be honest, it's often not enough. You also want to be able to come in, put your hands on people, and take them out of position. So my favorite thing to do with somebody is to lift their heels, okay? To step in between their legs, so that they can't use their feet as effectively against me. Okay? And from here to look to set up passes with my weight. Now, to do this is difficult because when I step in, they're gonna wanna connect to their guard, right? So I have to play their position kind of against itself. What do I mean by that? I mean that if they're moving backwards when I come forwards, I'll lift their heels. Okay, but if they're moving forwards, I'll grab them and I'll snap their hands to the mat. Okay, again, I can flank, and if they back up, I can push them to the mat and step inside. So I'm combining now the ability to flank, the ability to lift, the ability to snap, playing them off of each other in order to create opportunities to step inside their guard. Now, stepping inside is not the only thing we can do, right? We can drag their legs. We could put a hand on them, okay? We could drop to our knees, smashing their hooks. There's many different hubs or positions to start passes from, okay? My preference is to step in between. And my main way to do that is to either use a little bit of mobility, okay, to play against their posture, okay, or to lift at their heels.